Okay, so here is the pocket watch that this is for Autumn and Eli. It would be your great-great-grandmother gave to me when she passed away. She gave one to your Aunt Tammy too. She gave one to all of her granddaughters when she passed away. And this is the pocket watch. I also have a locket. And as you can see, it's gold and it has a beautiful etching. And when you open it up, this is the watch. So this is how, back in the olden days, actually, a lot of men carried these. They would put them on a little chain and hook it on this part. And they carry it around in their pocket. That's why it's called a pocket watch. But women would put it on a chain. So they would put a chain through that loop and wear it as a necklace. So that's the watch part. And then when we turn it over on the other side, it opens up and this is a locket. And I need to put a picture of my grandma in here because I think that would be really cool. But when you open up again, you find something else. This is the back of the actual watch. And as you can see, it shows how the watch works, all the different parts and pieces of it. So that's really cool. So, in fact, if you didn't really play with this watch, you wouldn't ever know that that opening even opened. I had no idea that it opened, but it does. But anyway, Grandma's watching Antiques Roadshow, and I think this watch is on there. Now, Antiques Roadshow is a TV show that shows people, if they think they have something that's of value, something that's really rare, they take it there, and they have appraisers that look at your antique, and they let you know what they think and how much they think it's worth. So, I'm going to show you that, and we'll see if you guys think this is the same watch.
And what is so fascinating is the fact that Boston was a major manufacturing city for watches. And before factories were set up in Waltham, it was very difficult to get a watch. And one of the founding members of the American watch industry was a man named Edward Howard, who also had his factory in Boston. And together we turned up both an Edward Howard watch and a Waltham. Waltham was to watches as General Motors or Ford was to automobiles. They basically were the company that put watches in everybody's pocket. Howard, on the other hand, was more of a boutique industry. And Howard watches are interesting to collectors because they look like no other watches that were made before or since. And if you open up the back of a Howard, it is this wonderful mechanism, and they're highly prized. Walthams in this condition, which are very common, would be worth $1,500 to $2,000 simply because of its condition. The Howard, on the other hand, although it's not in its nice condition, it's worth maybe $1,500, $2,500 as well. Pretty good.
So, Grandma just did some research online, and there was the Philadelphia Watch Company does have a website. So, I put in the serial number, which is inside the watch here, and it tells me that this watch was made between 1868 and 1886. So that would make this watch, if it was made in 1868, this watch is 152 years old. Wow. So between 35 and 152 years old. So this is an old watch. So this is really special to Grandma. I'm gonna put it in a little case kind of like a shadow box that Grandma's going to make with some different things that remind me of my grandma. So I just thought that was kind of interesting. But isn't this the most beautiful watch? I just love it. Very, very cool.